Down here at the pond, doing some more work, scooping some of this dead duckweed out. And then I'm gonna rake up some of these vines that are in here. Still working on the weeds. But you have my word, I'm gonna have this pond looking good. When we're all done, this pond is gonna look great. Doesn't look it right now, but I'm running the water right now because I want to see if it's going to go off. I've had it on quite a while and it hasn't shut down yet, so Peterson's supposed to come back out. I think I told you that after they came up, I ran it for a while and it shut down again. And I went up there, I looked at the code, the error code on the relay, and it had to do with unbalanced power. So yeah, I remember I told you all this. I think it has something to do with the transformer, the line we ran from the transformer over to the well. I don't know if you remember, but we had a small conduit that went across the creek, and instead of digging and putting in a new conduit across the creek, instead of disturbing the creek, we went with that 1-inch conduit, and that's why we got the transformer in there. We stepped down the power so we could get it across the creek, and then when we get to the well, it step it back up to 3-phase. Anyway, I just remember when we were pulling that line, it was really a hard pull. They were pulling hard. We actually used the mule and hooked up to the wire and pulled it through the conduit. I'm thinking maybe we stretched the wire or something. I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but I have a feeling that's where we're going to find our problem. So anyway, so I got the water. I want this to shut down one more time just so I can be positive it's going to do it again. But they're supposed to call me and come back up, and this time they send an electrician instead of the well guy. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll be working on the pond and working on these weeds. Jimmy's gone this whole week, so this weeding will go a little faster once he gets back. But yeah, once we get this all under control, this is going to look good. We get these weeds out of here. They start composting. But other than that, we got people working up here today, electricians. They're putting in that one drain that goes alongside the pool. I'll show you that. I'll take some videos up there. Getting that drain in and getting ready to do the molding. Is it called molding? Whatever it is around the pool, and then so the Pete can come in and start doing his plaster. Anyway, that's going on. The concrete guys are here, electricians are here. Bob, I just talked to Bob. I talked to him about the propane tank. We have those 2 propane tanks up at the barn, and we barely use one of them. They're 2 500-gallon tanks, and I don't see why we couldn't just grab one of those tanks and bring it here, you know, to put up by the llama barn up there, and just use one tank at the barn and use the other one here. It just doesn't make sense to bring another tank in. And we got those 2 big tanks up there, and we're only using one of them. So I talked to Bob about that. I could bring it down. We just have the plumber unhook it up there. Pretty simple, but I know Blue Star wants it done by a licensed contractor, so we could have the plumber unhook it and plumb up the one tank, and then bring it down here and have him plumb up this one. So anyway, I told Bob about it, and he's going to call down to Blue Star and talk to them and see if that's okay. And I just wanted to run it by you guys. I'm sure Bob will run it by you guys too. Anyway, the vineyard guys are still up here working. They're leafing. I can show you that too. They haven't been up here yet, but they're pulling these bottom leaves on to get some sun on them. And yeah, when I talked to Tony, we were talking about not doing too much work but a lot of this work I think we have to do for next year's crop. So anyway. But we got veraison happening. Not so much right here, but a lot of it's starting to turn purple. Anyway, they're working down below, and then they're going to come up here. See, you got this kind of stuff. These grapes turned, and they're they're just pathetic. So I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now.